Yo, man. All right, man. I am here. I'm going to be checking out the Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez full weigh-in. And the reason why I'm reacting to this because when this fight was announced, I was going for, obviously, the first person that I was rooting for, obviously, is Julio Cesar Chavez. Because Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., man. I was like, if this guy could, leave the addictions, the drugs, and all that stuff, all the alcohol, and can focus on a training camp, like, he's gonna beat Jake Paul. We're talking about a professional boxer, a former world champion. All right, this guy was a former world champion at 160. I'm pretty sure, and he fought Canelo Alvarez, even though he got his ass whipped for 12 rounds. He still went in there all 12. He fought with big fighters like Sergio Maravilla Martinez. We're talking about who else? He fought a lot of fighters back in the day, and he fought Danny Jacobs. We already know Danny Jacobs, the Miracle Man. But he's fought a lot of great opponents. Julio Cesar Chavez. This guy has the experience. This guy has been doing it since he was a kid. He's the son of one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time. I'm like, this guy needs to put a lot of effort in this fucking fight. He needs to put his focus in this fight and train hard. This is a very important fight for Julio Cesar Chavez, which is crazy to see that this is could be one of his biggest fights. Even though he's fought in Canelo Alvarez, he's fought in Danny Jacobs, Martinez, he's fought in big fighters, but this one's important because this one's for the legacy of the name, of the Chavez name. Because if Jake Paul beats Julio Cesar Chavez, let alone knock him out, this is gonna tarnish the Chavez legacy, man. All right, and it's hard to say this, but the Chavez legacy is on the line here, because you cannot, as a Chavez, as one of the son of one of the greatest Mexican fighters, you cannot go in there and lose to Jake Paul. You just cannot do that. You cannot let that happen. If he loses, it's gonna be crazy. So this is why I thought if he's gonna put all into it, he's gonna put all of his effort, all of his mind into this, and he's gonna focus, because this is he has to know that this is legacy right here. The name Chavez. And even Julio Cesar Chavez, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., he was saying in the press conferences previous to the fight of Jake Paul that he was training really hard. That Julio Cesar Chavez was training really hard in the training camp, and he's been training like, when he used to box, when he used to be, like, you can call it so-called prime, in his prime, when he was a champion. Or when he was en route to becoming champion, because I'm pretty sure Chavez was one of these fighters that once he became a champion, he got into all the all the bad habits, drugs, women, alcohol, and pretty much his career just went downhill after he became a champion. He just couldn't handle, I guess, just the big lights and everything. So I can't really say during his prime, because his prime didn't last that much. Because so that's what Chavez Sr. is saying, that he is training like when he was en route to becoming a champion. And I saw some videos of him training. He looked like he was really focused, really training really hard. He looked sharp. I just don't like how sometimes he keeps his hand a little too low. I just don't like that. I don't know why he does that. I don't know. I don't think he did that when he was fighting in his heyday, because the Canelo fight, he was fighting with the high guard. He normally fights with the high guard, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. He's probably just a little different. But other than that, he looked solid. But we're gonna check this face off. And I already seen this face off because I saw the saw on Twitter a clip of Julio Cesar Chavez, and I didn't like what I saw. And let me explain what's going on here. What I didn't saw for Julio Cesar Chavez is this is 199. I'm pretty sure. Let's see what is his weight.
No way, guys.
Get stuff on that scale.
Professionalism.
That's you. $199.4.
The 199 under pretty much cruiserweight.
Like that? Who do you think you are? I am.
What in the fuck is wrong with this guy? Let's go back.
199.4.
Jesus.
Like that? Who do you think you are? I am.
Brother, he sounded like a fucking goblin. He sounded like a goblin, boy. What's going on? I think you know what that is? That is the roids. It's called roid rage, man. That's what's going on. This guy is fucking on juice. This guy is juiced up to the gills, man. I'm telling you, he's juiced up. He's juiced up. Because he's losing hair. Alright, he's losing hair. Bro, it's like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's like he doesn't know where he's at. He's like... It's like he's asking, what the fuck am I doing here? And then the guy right there, or the female, I don't know if it's a lady here, told him, oh, you have to go over there to check your weight. Because he probably has no idea what the fuck is going on here. Bro, look.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 9 o'clock. The scales are going to be open. They'll be open until 11.
Guys, let's make
Okay,
sure.
let's see how he looks physically, real quick.
Contract weight 200. Step up. Stand on the scale. Hold still for me, please.
He doesn't look too bad, physical wise. With his, he looks like he got a bit better for sure.
Scale. Hold still for me, please.
He doesn't look too bad. He's 198, so he's 1 pound less than Jake Paul. And Jake Paul looks more bigger for some reason, but he's 199. I guess he has more muscle, aka more roids. But I didn't like look at my boy's face. All right, look at my boy Chavez Jr.'s face. All right, I want you to just take a look at his face, his eyes, and just take a look. Look at him. Look at him. Brother. What's... Oh, bro. Yo. That motherfucker didn't look alright. Alright? He didn't look good. Alright? This guy looked like... Bro. Either he's high on some shit. Alright? Either he's fucking high out of his mind. Or it's just because of all the abuse that he did with the drugs. It's just the long-lasting effect, I guess, of just doing too much drugs, putting too much bad stuff in his system. Because obviously, I'm pretty sure there's drug tests. I don't know if it's just for PED tests, because sometimes there's certain other events where they only test for PEDs, but they don't test for any recreational drugs, any, like, for example, weed, coke, meth, They just do PED drug tests for any performing enhancing drugs. But this is a golden boy, so this is an actual pretty good card. So it's not like one of those Jake Paul shitty kind of, this is kind of pretty professional. So I'm pretty sure they are actually doing the recreational drugs here, because there was some boxer a couple of months ago, that he got tested positive after one of his fights for weed. So it looks like they actually do test for recreational drugs. So I just don't think it could be him high as shit. I just see, now that I look at him, this is a long-lasting effect. All right, this is a long-lasting effect of doing drugs. because clearly physically he doesn't look too bad. He looked like he actually trained, just like his father said. His father said that he trained like never before, and he when he was going on his fucking prime, bro. Physically he looks great, so it looks like he actually did train. But mentally, is he there? It's because he looks like he ain't there, man. He looks like he's just high on some, bro. And we already know that you gotta be right in the head in order to go in there and fight. So when my expectations from this fight went from here to just down the dumps, I have no hope. I literally have no hope of Julio Cesar Chavez beating Jake Paul. God, man, I feel sorry for Chavez Sr. because the fact that he's gonna have to witness his son losing to Jake Paul and tarnishing all of that legacy that he built, doing all those, being one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time, that crazy streak that he was on, and how good he was, and the legacy that he built is going to be tarnished a bit by this loss of, Jake Paul beating a Chavez. Crazy, man. It's crazy. It's going to be sad to see, man. It's going to be a sad sight to see Julio Cesar Chavez losing. And if he gets knocked out, it's going to be even worse, bro. Getting knocked out by Jake Paul, he's not really that good, bro. I think he regressed in his skills. I think he was going up the trajectory, and then something happened. It went like that, and it went that, and just boop, kind of started going backwards, man. Started regressing, I think it was after he fought Mike Tyson, because gaining all that weight and stuff, and he looked sluggish in his training footage. He looked slow. But man, let's take one more look at Chavez's face here.
Hold still for me, please.
Look at him. He is on some shit. Look at that.
198.4.
What the hell is he doing with his bottom lip right there? Why is he biting his bottom lip? Look at him. He looks fucking... Yeah, look at him. He's kind of shaking a little bit. You see him? He's shaking, bro. He's shaking. He's shaking out of his mind. It's crazy. Look, let's go back. Look at him. Just look at him. Brother. Look at him. See how he's not even standing still? Why is he biting his bottom lip? He's shaking. His eyes he's looking around like he cannot keep his eyes, concentrated. Man. There's my boy Jorge Capetillo, but I hope, I just hope he don't lose, man. But I just don't see it. I just don't see him winning, unfortunately. So, thank you all for watching, and